Today we are on Bozcaada, which is the third biggest island in Turkey. We've been on Bozcaada for 5 days now. We have had a great time, and if I should describe it to someone, I would say that it's the feeling of a Greek island but with the Turkish prices. So you have all of these small streets that are super cute, and then you have the Turkish prices, which are a lot more affordable than the European prices. And the reason why there is the Greek feeling is actually because it's less than 100 years ago that it was a Greek island, but after the Treaty of Louisiana this became a Turkish island, which it still is today. Greek and Turkish relationship is always really hard to talk about. It's complicated, to say it mildly, and it's even harder for me because I actually work as a travel guide in Greece and I live in Turkey, and I don't care about politics, but I know there's a lot of problems. Up till the 1960s, 1970s, there still lived a lot of Greek people on Bozcaada, but it is written that they received a lot of harassment and better options from other places, which I assume is Greece, and that's why they almost don't live anymore. I'm not sure actually if they live any. There is some kids of them, because again, when two cultures are mixed for a very long time, they fall in love and start making babies and forget all of the political problems of the country. So there is still descendants of the Greeks, and it also has been Greek, and then it's been Turkish, and now it's Turkish again. It is very complicated. One of the most iconic buildings here in Bozcaada is the clock tower. We saw it already when we came with the ferry boat, and it's connected to the Orthodox church that is still here, but it is closed. The clock tower do not show the correct time, but it is very pretty. It was restored 5-6 years ago because it got damaged in an earthquake, but today it looks great, so they fixed it nicely. So there's market on Wednesdays. There is no fast food shops of any kind on the island. So there's small supermarkets like this, and there's local restaurants. We are today by getting a lavender ice cream. The girl recommended us to come here and eat seafood, and I have already told you that the restaurants are closed, so we're gonna do takeaway. They're preparing it now, and they asked us not to film while they prepare because they want to show how pretty it is when it's finished. So once it's finished, we're gonna find a great spot to sit and eat it and show it to you. So it looks really great, but I will also say it was pretty expensive. It was actually 200 lira, which is way above average for food in Turkey. Seafood is expensive here, and an island is always expensive because it's harder for them to get things over here. So we have, this is a seafood pastry that they fried. Then we have mante with shrimps, and Safar ordered their specialty, which is this Turkish simit bread. I think it's some aubergine, eggplants, and then some fish underneath, and then we have this little cheese thing, I believe, and some bread. Spent the first 5 days that we were here driving around the island, which is very small, and something that is great here is the houses. They're so small and cute and just in the middle of nowhere. I love it. And even the school and the gas stations are super cute small houses, so that's just to fall in love with. Look cool?
Yes.
I feel like a giant baby. And it feels so weird to do this kind of thing in an ancient castle. We're now inside the Bozcaada castle, which is one more place that there's very little documented history about. So we know that there's been a castle here around the 4th century, and then we know that the castle was expanded and made similar to what it is today around 1455. We also know that in 1850 they restored it and renovated it to what it looks like today, and it is actually a very beautiful castle from the outside and from the inside. It's very well maintained and it's not that big, but it's still fun to see because it is the only tourist attraction on Bozcaada. So that's the dock where we came in with the ferry, and we came here with car, and right now it's not a problem, but I've been told that in summertime when a lot of people from Istanbul and Çanakkale comes here, it can be a problem to get over with your car, so then you might want to walk. You can also see there's an outer wall and an inner wall of this castle. It's still really weird being here right before the season starts. It's a little like being an hour early for a party. You know, the party is gonna start, but it didn't start yet. But I will say I'm also enjoying it a little bit because islands like this are not so fun when they're crowded, when you can't find a parking spot, and when it's super hot. We made a stop now at the Tenedos wine factory, a little outside of the city, because Bozcaada is famous for wine or grapes and olives, and we can't leave the island without wine. We're inside the sales point of Tenedos wine, and they've been very nice and explained us the different wines that they have in Turkey. So now we have to choose two that we want to bring home. We're taking this one and this one.
Why?
Because we only like white wine. They always make this stairs so tall. They must have been really tall. I'm not tall.
Oh.
Okay, sorry. For Turkey to have it, and also important for eventually future. I'll do that again.